I really, really love this yarn. I went to Little Knits to pick this up. Cascade yarns. Isn't this gorgeous? This is so gorgeous. I can't even see the specs on here. Here we go. 100% extra fine merino wool. It's 100 grams, 437 yards. Oh my gosh, it is so amazing. Hand wash, lay flat to dry. And this is, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Made in Peru. I absolutely adore it. I don't remember how much it costs. Little Knits is one of those lovely, lovely places that has a lot of discounted yarn. And I would guess that a lot of them are being discontinued. But, I mean, isn't this just like a garden? I mean, it reminds me of a garden. Spring is coming. I'm in Iowa, so I'm just petting it because it's so beautiful. And it smells so good. It's nice and squishy. And this is what we're going to use to make the Flat Bottom Garden Shawl. If you are subscribed to both of my channels, this one, Fostering Yarn by Amber Allen, is all tutorials, and eventually we will be dyeing our own beautiful yarn. I can't wait. And it looks like it has a little bit of a roving, but I mean, just a teeny tiny bit. Yeah, you can tell. It's a little, just a little bit. I am like completely madly in love with this, and I love Little Knits because I'm able to buy yarn and try a lot of different kinds out. So I'm very happy about that. So this channel, Fostering Yarn, is all tutorials. I only have a few, and I am a beginner, so please be patient. If you follow me on my other channel, and that one's called Fostering Crochet, I do a lot of yarn yakking, unboxing, chit-chatting, and a lot of chit-chatting. But I do have this in a beautiful, I started just a basic tutorial in white, just so we could get just the basic stitches. This is going to be very specific stitches. The other one is where you can play a little bit and make up your own stitches. So let me move this out of the way, get it wound up, and start working on this beautiful, beautiful, oh, I'm so excited, shawl. This took a minute. Okay. It took a long minute. I'm going to say 25. I mean, I have a ball winder, but I don't have one of those Swifty thingies, whatever you call them. So yeah, just around my knees and did that, and I'm going to set that aside. It's going to go in a little basket for ease. I am going to use an H-hook. These I got from Amazon, and it used to say H5 millimeter here. It rubbed off on the very first day. I knew it was going to, so what I did was in the container, I wrote purple is H, orange is J, whatever the colors were. I have a whole set of them, and I wrote what they were, H. And this one says H5 millimeter. So thank you. I'm glad I wrote that down. Next time I think I'll get a little nail polish and do something with that. So I'm going to use an H hook. You don't have to. I've got lots of different. I have one in a 1 weight. I have one in a 5 weight. You can use anything you want. But for this tutorial, I'm using merino superwash, and it's a fingering weight and an H hook. So get me a slip stitch, and we will start in just a sec. Loop. Made a slip knot. Made it. I'm so happy. We're going to go ahead and chain 6. Yarn over, pull through. That is 1. Yarn over, pull through. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. We're going to double crochet by yarning over. We're going to count 1, 2. Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put in that 3rd stitch. So go ahead and put it in there. And let's go grab a loop and pull it back through. There we go. And then we're going to yarn over and chain through 2, yarn over and chain through 2, and if I stay still, it stays focused. But that's not how this one works. So we're going to chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch. So let's go ahead and do that. That green is a magnificent. It is so pretty. Let's do that double crochet. Let's go through those, and we're going to go ahead and chain a 1 again. Chain 1. Let's do a double crochet right there. Yarn over. We're going to go through that. Can you even see it? I might have to pull this a little bit closer. I apologize. Let's go ahead and go through. Or I could just upgrade my device. Your last chain a 1. And then we're going to get in this last space because there is one right there. Right there. This one right there. We're going to do this and go through. Oops. Come on, you can do it. There you go. We are not going to chain 1 after this. We're just going to stop. And this is what we should look like. 1, 2, 3, and there is one here. You just cannot see it right there. So it looks like 3 good ones and then 1 teeny tiny one right there. That's okay though. We want it. That's the way we want it. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I just know it. All right. Let's go ahead and chain 1. I chain 1 in turn. I do not do the chained 3 counts as a double crochet. We don't like that. No, 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 no. So I'm going to draw you in closer because it seems like my camera likes focusing when we are closer together, you and I. So we chained 1, and we're going to do a double crochet in that first stitch, which is right there. This is the chain 1 space. That is the stitch we're going to go into. So we're going to do a double crochet. All right. So let's do that. And I am going to put a stitch marker. I'm a huge fan of stitch markers, y'all. I like knowing where my ends and my beginnings are. Whoops, where'd my stitch marker go? My stitcher. So let's put that in there. Yes, I got it. There we go. Now, we are going to start and end with a double crochet. Right now, in this row, we are going to work all of these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 chain spaces like this. And throughout the whole project. So we're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet in every chain 1 stitch, always and forever. We're going to skip this one. We're going to go straight into the chain space and work a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. Look at that. And a double crochet. So you've got that chain 1 space and that chain 1 space. Let's do that again. Double crochet. Chain 1 and double crochet back into that same space. And then we've got 1 more to go. It looks teeny. You can't see it, but it's there, right there. Okay? We're going to work a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet back into that stitch. And oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I am so loving this. This is the only time we're ever going to do this. We're working in this chain 3. And we need to put a double crochet to end our row under the 2 stitches. Did I get it? Yes, I did. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? I did it. And then that is the end of that row. This is when we're going to start doing some repeats, okay? So let's go ahead and chain 1, turn our work, okay? And we're going to double crochet in that very first chain because that is our end. Double crochet. All right, loving it. Come on now. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to double crochet in each stitch until we hit a chain 1 space. And let me put this in here because you know I like to have my beginnings and my ends. Beginnings and my ends. I will move the camera back, but I really want to show you all of these stitches. The next one is right here. That is a stitch. This is number 1, and we put 1 on top of it. This is number 2, and we're going to put it on top of right there. So yarn over so we can do a double crochet in this stitch right here. There you go. Top 2 loops. Go ahead and do that. And now we are in the chain 1 space. We're going to do the chain 1 space dealy hickey, dealer bobber, whatever you want to call it. It is going to be a double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet in that chain space. And because I like knowing where my chain 1 spaces are, you guessed it, we're going to do a different color stitch marker. They don't have to move up every single time, just as long as we can see where it goes. Okay? Perfect. All right, let's do the next couple. Okay? Double crochet in each stitch until we get to the chain 1 space. That's one right there. Double crochet. That's one right there. Double crochet. There we go. And then we're at the chain 1 space, so let's do our doohickey. Chain 1 space maneuver is a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. And if you are so obliged or inclined, wrong one, let's do this one. Wrong one. I've got stitch markers everywhere, and if you've been crocheting a while, you probably have stitch markers everywhere too. All right, let's go. Right here. Let's do it. Double crochet. Double crochet. Do. There we go. And we're at the chain 1 space, so we're going to do double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. Did I do that too fast? I'm so sorry. Did I do that too fast? It's pretty fast. It's pretty fast, right? All right. I still got to do a doohickey. And then we're going to have one more red, and then we should be good to go. Oh, it's going to be a lot of noise. I'd rather that than miss a stitch. Okay. So let's go ahead and do it again. Double crochet in each stitch until you get to the chain 1 space. That is a chain. It's teeny tiny, but it's there. It is a stitch. There we go. Oh, so pretty. Let's do our single crochet space work, which is a double crochet, a chain 1, and a double crochet. All right. Pretty. Let me go ahead and put my marker in there. Ta-da! I love it. Oh my God, it's so pretty. All right, and let's finish this off. We're just going to put 1 in until we reach the end. So there's 1. There's 2, and then we'll take a quick look because I want to explain a couple things. Here we go. All right, we are at the end, and let's talk. Let's talk, you and I, about this most wonderful thing. Okay? This moment, you are not going to see what I'm going to be able to see. All right. I'm going to explain, and it probably needs to be explained again. These 2 here are going to be in front. They will go over your shoulders and lay in the front of your chest. These 2 will be on your shoulders. This will be your flat bottom. This is how the increases work. You'll increase 1 double crochet on these ends every round. You will increase by 2 double crochets in each one of these little wedges, I suppose. right? Or wings. I'm going to say wings. That sounds prettier. And one of these individual wings. So 2 and then 1. And now we're going to start a pattern for this garden. Really beautiful shawl. So yeah, this is going to be the 2-row repeat. This is repeat row 1. So of course, we are going to chain 1 and turn. Okay. We are going to no singles, please, please, please. We are going to double crochet in that first one. We always double crochet in the first, and we always double crochet in the last. There we go. And I like, you know, I have to move it up. Let's move it up. Okay. Now there are 2 stitches before this marker or the chain 1 spot. So we're going to skip this one and we're going to do a double crochet in the next one. Double crochet. Now we got to go back and get it. So we're going to do a little X. We're going to double crochet, go over and into that missed stitch and work a double crochet. There you go. Until we get to the corner. I mean, not the corner, but the wedge, the piece, the chain 1 space, chain 1 space. So we're there. And we are going to work the chain 1 space the way we always work a chain 1 space, which is double crochet, chain 1, we move that out of the way, and double crochet. Now I'm not going to go ahead and move it. I move it like every 3rd row up because I can still see it. I can see that it's there. I can see that it's marking. I don't have to do that. Let's go ahead and do the next. Okay. I think I have a child coming up. So if I do, I will pause the video. We are going to skip that one and we're going to work into this one because we're going to make that X again. So skip, work a double crochet, and then we're going to go back and work a double crochet right there. So let's do that now. Here we, whoops, did I see it? Yeah, there it is. Go in there and grab that. There we go. Oh, so pretty, pretty. Oh, love it. All right, so we've worked in these 2 stitches. Now we got to work in the next 2 by skipping this one and working into this one. All right. And then we're going to go back and work into this one by crossing over the front. Go back in, do your double crochet. Oh, how gorgeous is that? I just love it. When we get farther through the project, it's really going to be noticeable. And I think this next row, which is the repeat, you're really going to like. So let's go ahead and work the chain 1 space, which is same old, double crochet, chain 1, move that over, and double crochet. I apologize. I don't want to crochet inside. There we go. And double crochet. Woohoo! Pretty, pretty. It's going to be gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. We're going to work those little X's again. We need 2 spaces to do it. So we're going to skip this one, go into that one. There we go. There's our double crochet. And then we're going to go back and grab that missed stitch or skipped stitch. There we go. And we're going to do that again. I'm pulling some yarn for my little ball there. All right, let's do it again. Skip. We're going to skip that. We're going to go into this one and grab it. Awesome sauce. Love it. I'm going to go back and grab that stitch by doing a double crochet into it. Then I think we're at our corner. Doesn't look like much now, but it definitely will. All right, here we go. Let's work our chain 1 space with a double crochet, chain 1. I'm doing it fairly quickly. And a, move out of the way. Move out of the way, honey. There we go. Boy, the things you do for love, right? Because I love this pattern. I love crochet. There it is. Here's my last double. So Okay. Let's work this little wing here. We're going to skip that one, go into this one, and do our double crochet. And then going to go back and do our double crochet. This is going to be a little intermediate because the stitches are kind of funny. They're not really. I mean, you'll get the hang of it and it'll be like watching TV, mind numbing, which I don't mind the mind numbing. So we're going to skip that one, go in this one. Let's move that out of the way. Do a double crochet. Then we're going to go back and grab that skipped stitch by doing a double crochet into it again. There we go. Awesome sauce. Chain one space. Let's go ahead and work that double crochet, chain one, and double crochet. There we go. And then we'll finish that up right there. Sorry about that. I knocked my camera, so I had to put it on pause for just a moment until it stopped shaking. All right, so here we go. We're skipping that, going into that one. Uh-oh, I hear children. I might have to put it on pause again. All right, so that's the one we're going into. And then this is the one we skipped, so we go ahead and grab it again. There we go. Hopefully that made sense. I had a child come in. Yes, I did. So hopefully you were able to get that little X that I just did. And this little last wing. There's my little X. And then we have one more. We always finish with just a plain old Jane double crochet. There we go. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Not a whole heck of a lot. Can't even tell it's flat bottom yet. That's the flat bottom. These are the two pieces here. This will go on the front, the shoulders, and the flat bottom. We're getting there. We are getting there. Let's start row. I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is row number 2 of the repeat. So we're going to chain 1 and turn. Remember, every row begins with a double crochet and ends with a double crochet. So let's go ahead and do this in and move our stitch marker up. Like I said, if you know where you're at, you don't have to move your stitch markers. I absolutely do. I get interrupted all the time. All the time. Okay, this is going to be funny. I hope you love it. So we are going to not do 2 together, but it's going to look like it. 2 together, you would go here and here, these 2 stitches, and do 2 together, and it would make 1. But we're actually going to go in the same one. It's let me see how slow. I mean, I obviously can go slow, but let me see how well I can do this. So I'm going to yarn over and go back into the same stitch that I just did a double crochet in, yarn over and pull up a loop and go through 2, right? And then I'm going to go to the next stitch and I'm going to put it in there, yarn over, and I'm going to yarn over and just pull through 2, right? And then a pull through 2 again. Believe it or not, that is 1, that is 2. But you see what kind of effect it makes? We're going to do that again. It's kind of like a 2 together. Instead of working these 2 stitches, you're going to work the same stitch plus the next stitch. So we're going to yarn over, go through, pull up a loop, and just go through the first 2 and stop. Then we're going to go in the next stitch, yarn over, go through that stitch, pull up a loop, go through 2 only, 3 loops on your hook, then yarn over and go through all 3. It's still a double crochet. It just looks a little bit different. We do have one more stitch to work. So we're working the same stitch, the beginning part of the double crochet, and then we'll go to the next stitch and finish it. And then pulling through all 3. Do you see? You see how the effect that I made? Maybe if it were one color. But we're in the wedge now, or in the chain 1 space. So we work the chain 1 space always like normal. Chain 1. Do that double. All right. There we are. Okay. Now, you're going to work this one just like you did this one. Just a straight up double crochet. Straight up double crochet right here. Okay. And then we're going to work, I don't even know what you call this one. Not two together double crochet. There is a stitch. I just don't know what it's called. The not together double crochet. Okay. We're going to go back into that same stitch and work the first part of a double crochet by just going through the two. And then we're going to go work in the next one. So we're going to go in there, pull it up, only go through two, and then we're going to go through all three. Let's do that again. We're going to go back in the same one. Let's pull up that loop and only go through the two. Kind of like a two together, but not really. Let's go in that next one and work our double crochet by doing that, going through two, and then going through all three. I don't know. I'm digging it. It might be a little complicated, but it sure is fun. We're doing that all the way until we get to the next chain one space. I didn't do that right. Even I make mistakes. Here, let's try that again. Okay. Go back, yarn over, go in here. Just like you're working a double, try to get in there. And then you're going to just pull through that two. You're going to go in the next stitch. Start working your double, pull through two, and then pull through all three. You're not there at the little chain one space yet, so we got to continue working these interesting double crochets. We're going to go back in the same stitch, pull up a loop, go through two, leave it, go through the next stitch, yarn over, go through, pull up a loop. Then we're going to go through two, and then we're going to go through all three to finish that up. We've got one more. It doesn't look like it, but this is absolutely a stitch right there. Because you got to work on this one here. Right there, you got to work that one. So let's do it again. Yarn over, go through the same one that you just finished, and we're going to start that double crochet, two together-ish. I'm not really sure. Guys, help me out. What is it called? And then we're going to finish it right here. Bring it up, go through two, and then go through all three. There we go. Now we're at the corner, and we work the corner, same old, same old. We're going to do double crochet. We're going to do it pretty fast. Single. Not single, but, chain. And then, let's finish it off with that double crochet. And then we get to start this thing all over again. Let me pull some yarn. It just makes an interesting texture, and I hope that you're going to enjoy this. I'll do a couple more rounds with you. So this one right here is just going to start with a double crochet. And then we're going to yarn over and go back into that same one, and we're going to start working a double crochet, but then we're going to stop. We're not going to finish it out. We're going to go in the next chain. We're going to pull up that loop, go through two, and then go through all three. Isn't that cool? So cool. Do it again. Go through the same one, go through two, then go through the next one, pull it up and go through two, and then go through all three. So nice. I love it. I don't think I went through the same one. All right. Got it. Yeah, even me. It takes some time to get used to, so we're going to go through the same one we just worked in. Pull through two. Yarn over, go through the next one. Pull up a loop, go through two, and let's finish it out by going through all three. All right. I love it. I love it. We got a couple more to work. Oh, I'm jarring you. I apologize. Let's go back into that same stitch, pull up a loop, go through two, go to the next stitch, start working a double crochet, go through two, yarn over, go through all three. What do you think? Do it again. Yarn over, go through the same stitch we were working in, You're going to pull up a loop and go through just the first 2. Then we're going to yarn over and go through the next stitch. Come on. We're going to pull up a loop and go through 2. Then we're going to finish it out by yarning over and going through all 3. I think it's really cool. So we're at the end. We're in the chain 1 space. So I'm going to work my chain 1 space. We're going to go double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. There we go. Oh, you can kind of see it. Let's hurry up and finish this row. Oh, we got to finish it. Okay. So we're going to chain 1, not chain 1. We're going to double crochet. And then we're going to go back in there and start working it. Just going through those first 2, going through the next one, going through the 2, yarning over, and then going through all 3 to complete it out. Let's do it again. Let me pull up some yarn. Remember, mine's in a little ball. Big ball. It's not a little ball. It's a big one. All right. It took me forever. All right. Go back through the same stitch and only just through the 2. And we're going to go through this one. And go through the 2. And then yarn over and go through all 3. Hopefully that is good. I hope you're getting that. So we're going to do this again. Through 2. Okay. Using the next one. Come on. And go through 2, and then we're going to yarn over and go through all 3. So pretty. I love it so much. And this yarn is dreamy. Yes, it is. Through 2. The next stitch. Go through 2, and then yarn over and go through all 3. It's just like a teeny tiny little cluster. I mean, I don't even know what you would call it. But I thought it was really fun. Oh, don't forget that one. That is definitely a stitch. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. There we go. Okay. We are at our chain 1 space. Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo. Let's work it just like normal. Here we go. Working it like normal. Chain 1. Working it like normal. And the last double crochet. Perfect. Just your regular. All right, let's work it. So, work a double crochet. Go back in. Only pull through 2 this time. Go through the next one. We're going to just pull through 2, and then we'll finish it out by pulling through all 3. Lovely. Let's do it again. Same stitch. Pull through just the 2. Go in the next stitch. There you go. Pull through all 3. And then the very last stitch is always just your plain Jane double crochet. Okay? First stitch and last stitch, plain Jane, a double crochet. And I like my double crochets. I don't think there's anything plain about them. Okay. Let's see if we can see anything. Oops, sorry. I think you can see it a teeny tiny bit where it is starting to become a flat bottom. So this will go over your shoulders. If I moved it like this, it's going to look like a little butterfly. And that will be your flat bottom. But these will go over your shoulder like this. Oops, it stuck to me. It stuck to me. So this is going to go over your shoulders and lay against your chest. These will still be hanging on your shoulders with a little bit of fall. And this will be on your bottom. Now, the one that I worked up in my scarfie, I only used 2 balls of scarfie with a J hook. And it was in the middle of my thighs. It was that long. And just 2 balls. I thought it was amazing. With a J hook, no less. I can't wait to see what this comes up. I have 2 of the hanks of this particular yarn. So it'll be interesting. It'll be super interesting. Okay, let me move this. Wait, which way did we finish it? We finished it. Oh my gosh. Y'all. I need help. I need a little bit of help. Okay. So we're going to chain 1, turn, and then we're going to repeat that previous row with the X's. Those are the 2, the X row and this not 2 together row. I don't know how to explain it. So let's go put our plainy Janie in there. There's our plainy Janie. Love my little double crochets. I'm going to move my stitch marker up so I can capture this. So I know exactly where my end is. And then we are going to do the little X's. Is there a stitch? I don't know if there's a name for the little X's or not. But that's what we're going to do. Let me get a little bit closer. Okay. They might be a little harder to see because we did that interesting row, right? Oops. Let's get you back on the hook. Let's get you back on the hook. There we go. Lord, that color's beautiful. All right. Yarn over. We're going to skip this stitch, go into this one. Make sure there's two. And work a double crochet. We're going to go back into that skipped stitch and finish out this little X. Oh, so cute. So stinking cute. There we go. We finished that X. All right, let's go to the next stitch that we have not worked yet. So this one's been worked. This one's been worked. We're going to skip that one. We're going to go into this one and work an X. Here we go. Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Let's go back in that skipped, grab it, and make a double crochet. Oh man, this is so pretty. All right, let's do that again. Where we're going to skip this one and go into this one. There we go. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Is this still light outside? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Yeah, today's daylight savings, I'm going to be working this particular project over the next, I don't know, however long it's going to take me. I missed it. How do you miss that? Because you're distracted. That's why you're distracted. Uh-oh, that's my wedge. What am I doing? That's how come I'm distracted. Oh my gosh. I got distracted. Yeah. If you need to move it up because I didn't move it up. So I was able to get to the X's and then I have the chain one space. So let me work my chain one magic in here. So it's a double crochet. Come on, honey. Chain one and then work a double crochet. And I think I better move my stitch marker up. I think I had better move my stitch marker up. Because I almost missed it. You see how that can happen? It definitely can. Wow. Wow. It's subtle, but it's definitely there. Did you love how much fuzz there is on there? This is gorgeous yarn. I don't think I'm here for the tutorial at all. I think I'm just here to look at this yarn. So pretty. All right, let's go ahead and work our X's again. So we're finished with this. I moved my stitch marker up. And we're going to skip this one and work into this one right here. Work a double crochet. And now we need to go back and grab that one that we missed right there and work a double crochet. Oh, so pretty. I love it. Look, I'm pulling the yarn from this little basket. Because if it goes on the floor, it'll be lost forever. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's work our next little X. We're going to skip this one and go into this one. Work our double crochet. Right? And now we got to go back into that one. Work our double crochet. And our X is complete. Our crossover, our X, I don't know what you call it. I don't know. I like the effect though. All right, let's do that until we get to this next wedge, which is right here. Please, Lord, don't let me miss it this time. All right. We're going to skip, go in that one, do a double crochet. I'm going to go fairly quickly. Go back and grab it, do a double crochet. Oh, yes. Great. All right, we're going to skip that one, go into this one. Do a double crochet. We're going to pick up our skipped one right here. Do a double crochet. And I did not forget, we are in our chain one space. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. We're going to do a double, chain one, and a double. And I am going to move this little honey bunny up. Yes, I am. Whoops. Here we go. Oh, so pretty. All right, we're going to skip this one. I'm going to go in this one And we're going to do our X again. Let's go back and grab it. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to skip this one, go into this one. Yep. Do our little X-y poo, go back in there. Oh yeah, perfect. Good, good, perfect. You guys are doing super well. I can't believe it. I had a hard time, but not you. You guys are doing super well. Went ahead and skip that one. And we're going to go back and grab it again. There we go. Are we at the end? No, it's right there. So we've got one more X to do. Skip that one, go into this one. Maybe, there we go. If y'all have wondered what it's like to do a tutorial, I am actually looking through my camera, not at my hands, well, sort of, but through my camera. So it is a little disconcerting. It does take some time to get used to. This is my chain one space. Although it may not look like it, I am like looking, you know, what happened here. So I'm going to do my chain one maneuver, which is my double crochet, chain one, and my double crochet. I am most definitely moving this up. Look, it makes a lot of noise because we got a lot of stitch markers, right? Got a lot of stitch markers. All right. Here we go. Oops. There we go. So after this first initial rows, like 2 rows, then we do the 2-row repeat. And you can play with this and do anything your little heart desires. This is what I chose to do. So I'm going to skip this one, go into here and make my little X by doing that. And then going back and picking this skipped chain and doing a double crochet. Honestly, I need to pull more yarn. Gorgeous yarn. Beautiful yarn. Let's do it again. Skipping that one, going into this one, and this row will be done here momentarily. I did not go through the right one. There we go. Yes, it definitely looks like a garden, doesn't it? With all these beautiful colors. Not quite pastel, but oh, gorgeous. Let's go through this one. Go through that. Yeah, and then we're going to go back and pick that skipped one up. Make our little X-y. And looks like we've got one more X to do, so we'll work in this one. And then, whoops, pulled too much. That's funny. Which one do you think it was? Ah, gonna have to do it over again. Somebody's picking up my door. It's got to be Mil Gatos. All right, let's go ahead and do that again. Skip that one, go in that one. Pulling out my double. And then going back and doing that skipped one right there. Oh, yeah. And then we're at the corner. Well, not the corner. We're actually at that chain one space. So I'm going to work our chain one magic by doing a double crochet, chain one, double crochet, and moving our piece up. I would recommend it. Don't have to. I would just recommend it. I would just recommend it. Here we go. All right, let's finish this row out by skipping this. I'm going to skip that, go into that, do our double crochet right here. Here we go. Completing that little X. Then we've got to skip that and go into this one. And then we got, oh, sorry about that. We're out of camera. Go back to that one. And then, just like the first, we do our little plain Jane Honey Bunny a double crochet. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see what we have so far. That's what we have. Can you see it? It looks like it's, oh, I don't know. It's just so pretty. It is just super duper pretty. And I absolutely adore it. All right. Oh, you moved. Let's try not to do that again. If you wanted a lacier effect or not, you can go up or down a hook. I really like this. It's going to be super nice and cooling and warm all at the same time. Remember, this is going to be hand washed because this is superwash merino. I would have hand wash it, lay flat to dry. It's going to be, oh, it's so soft. Chain 1, we're going to turn, and this one is going to be that interesting row where we have not 2 together. I don't know what it is. And if you do, let me know. Remember, the very first one is always your regular double crochet. I'm going to move this up. Move that up. Boom. Let's go here. There we go. Oh. All right. Let us work this. Okay. So we did that double there, but we're going to go back in there and just go through 2. We're not going to complete a double crochet because we don't want to add. We just want to make it interesting. And then we'll go to the next stitch. And then we're going to pull through 2. And then we're going to finish that out by pulling through all 3. And so this stitch has 1 and this stitch has 1. Even though it looks like it's more than that, it's not. It's just those. So cool. Let's do it again. Yarn over, go through the same stitch that you just were on, and you're going to yarn over and just go through 2. You'll have 2 loops in your hook. Yarn over, go through the next stitch, pull it up, go through 2, and then you're going to yarn over and go through all 3 to complete it. Super pretty. Let's do it one more time. Go through just the 2, and then that's when we're going to start working in the next stitch to complete it. Go through 2, then go through all 3. All the way to the chain 1 space. Let's do that. Go through there again. Go through 2, then complete it by going through all 3. And go back in that same stitch. There we go. Going through 2 only. Completing it with this stitch right here. Right there. Don't forget that stitch. It's easy to do. Super easy. Go through 2, then go through all 3, and you are done. And let's work that chain 1 space. Oh gosh, look at it. You could actually just work the whole shawl that way. It is so beautiful. A little bit of a yarn eater. That's okay for me. But I just adore this. All right, let's work that chain 1 magic by putting a double crochet, a chain 1, and a double. Move out of the way, please. There we go. Double crochet. There we go. Wow, that's just a beautiful texture. You can work a whole blanket that way. You can work this whole, oh, just gorgeous. All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue with this row, and then I'll see you right after this, okay? I finished, and I wanted to let you guys know just a couple of things. So the increases go as follows. These little side pieces will only increase by 1. So these 2 areas will increase by 1. These will always increase by 2. So these 3 little wings will increase by 2. So it'll always be an even number. Okay, if you need to count and you're like, oh, what am I doing? So you just count and make sure it's an even number, and then they all match. This is the same number as this one. This is the same number as this one. And these 2 are the same numbers. They only increase by 1. These increase by 2. This will be odd one row and even the next. This will always be even. Okay. And then these will go over your shoulders to the front. This will be laying on your shoulders, and this will be your flat bottom. So continue doing that. I will do a couple of rows and meet you back and show you kind of what it looks like. Let's look at that beautiful, oh, so gorgeous. Nice. I don't know. What do you think we should do at the very bottom? I think this is just perfect. I think I will finish for sure. I love these stitches, how it's a little holy. I have obviously a white background, so it might be a little bit harder, but I like the little lacy details with these little X's, and then the kind of fill in with those extra little stitches. Not extra stitch up here, but extra little columns in each one. So each one has 2 little columns in it. Isn't that cool? But only the 1 stitch. That is so cool. Only the 1 stitch. So I really, really like that. Just kind of fills it in a little bit. And I think it would be perfect for any kind of blanket if you just needed that extra filler right there. because the stitch is right below it, right here. And then we did finish it with right on top. It's so cool. I really, really like that stitch. And I think that is something that I'm going to continue to do on blankets and stuff. I need to tug that in. But anyway, so yeah, this video is obviously going to take me a week or two to do, maybe not, but it'll be a little discombobulated for you to look at. I'm going to work on a couple of rows. I'll come back, show you progress, work on a couple of rows, come back, show you progress, which could take a week to do. I'm loving this so much. It might not actually take that long. So give me 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I've done a couple more rows, hoping you're able to see these beautiful stitches. Oh, it is gorgeous. Let's get a little closer. Yes, you can see that flat bottom there. Gorgeous. I hope you guys have fun, and I hope you guys continue, and I would love to see it. I'm on Instagram, Fostering Crochet. That's it. Just Fostering Crochet.